Hello and welcome back to this week's commentary, or welcome to this week's commentary on EURUSD and DXY. Um, just like we pointed out last week, the previous commentary for last week, the price will reach this objective, which is 1.039115 level, and we can see how nice the price came to this level and rejected as well. As at last week, this was a draw in liquidity. This is the monthly chart, and we'll see the way price traded nicely to the sell side liquidity below these lows here. For this week is a new week, and the goal and objective for the week is to try to understand, okay, what direction with the weekly candle or weekly candle will be trading to. That is the goal for the week or every week. um on the monthly, you will see how nicely price has traded towards here, but if we look closely, we have this is a big gap. This is an FVG, fair value gap, that price has left on the monthly, and initially, or we can say this is a draw on liquidity here. We expect price to head towards here, and it did, but for this week, I will be seeing more. Expecting more of lower prices, at least to the consequent encroachment of this gap. When I say consequent encroachment, I mean the middle or the 50% of this gap, which should be here. Yeah, it should be somewhere here. So for this week, we can say this should be our long-term drawn liquidity, and the long-term drawn liquidity for this week on the monthly charts, which is the consequent encroachment of the monthly fair value gap. This can be our draw on liquidity for this week. So how will price trade towards here? I don't know, but let's go to the weekly chart to see what we can get. EURUSD weekly chart. Uh, Previous week low as well is a good can also be an objective for the short term for this week. Yeah, the previous week low, we can see price trade towards or below previous week low. This can also be a draw on liquidity for the short term for this week. Yeah, which is 1.03316 price level. 1.03316 price level. How do price trade towards this point? It's possible for price to go, at least you can see a fair value gap here on the fair value gap here, a premium fair value gap. Looking at the range, premium fair value gap, it's possible for price to trade upwards to this point. It can happen before we see any cause of reversal to the downside. Anything is possible, but on the daily charts, we still have a little gap, a little fair value gap here. This is possible for price not to go above this fair value gap, or for price to just respect this fair value gap and see it turn and go um, targeting previous week's low. It is very possible. It's Everything is possible, and there's a nice order block just above the fair value gap. So these are PDRAs that can cause a reversal in the market. Yeah, these are possible points that, or possible signatures, or possible areas in price that we look forward to, which can cause in form of a reaction or a reversal. So today is Monday. It's possible we see a consolidation, since price has had a target of a higher time frame objective. Since price has hit higher time frame objective, it's possible for us to see more of consolidation as it's towards the beginning of the first half of the week. Or another thing, we can see price trade in opposite direction of the draw on liquidity. That's to say, we can see Monday, Tuesday give us a rally upwards, before we expect anything like a reversal um, that will be targeting previous week low and this consequent encroachment of the monthly fair value gap. It is very, very possible. But in as much as price might go up, it doesn't negate the fact that we are bearish. We are still bearish for Euro USD. We are still bearish for Euro USD. This is the on the daily, and we'll be watching closely half price trades or half price close today. The closing price of today or the candle that will be formed after the close of the day will be very, very helpful in nailing or keying off of what should be happening for this week. But obviously, the drawn liquidity is still bearish. We can be looking forward to sales or more sales for Euro USD. So let's check dollar index as well. Dollar index monthly. All right, welcome back. This is dollar index, the monthly chart. For last week, the objective was this high, the buy side above here, and also here. And see how nicely price traded towards that point. Um, for this week, what should we expect the dollar to do? We can likely see the opposite of Euro USD, yeah, since they are inversely correlated. So if we're expecting a bearish week for Euro USD, we should be expecting more of a bullish week for the XY as well. So for the XY, um, the draw will still remain this high here, the buy side here, um, the previous week's high, yeah, previous week's high. That's the buy side objective, which is at 108.11. We can see I'm expecting more of a rally or more bullish movement in the dollar index. There's a nice fair value gap just here. Nice fair value gap just here in the weekly. So it's very possible that price might come into this fair value gap before going up. Yeah, it's very possible price might come into the fair value gap before going up. This fair value gap might be what we can use as an anchor point for us to see higher prices on dollar index or for the dollar index. Then on the daily, um, the beginning of the week might trade opposite the direction or the draw on the liquidity. Price might come rally down just toward this fair value gap, or there's an other block. This other block can as well see price or stop price from coming further down, or we just head towards the upside. But most importantly, so no the draw on liquidity on the higher time frame. Are we bearish or are we bullish? For me, I'm still bullish on dollar index, at least up to last week's high can be a good draw on liquidity for dollar index. Yeah, that is it. That is it for today. Thank you.